Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Fix Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, coming live for your picks for today's card. And on today's show, we're going to have picks for you here from the NBA Finals, Game 1. Also, we'll cover the 13 games from Major League Baseball with that rain out in St. Louis and KC. They'll play 2 today. Also from the W. And we're with you here Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, posting 50,000 subscribers here on our channel. Of course, give us that like, that thumbs up right off the bat, whether you're watching us live or on replay. Greatly appreciate that. So first we'll do is meet the cappers and get right to the picks so we don't mess around here on the Tony Fix Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, how is it doing? Oilers get it done in overtime.
Hey, Oilers got it done in overtime. A little scary there at overtime. Hand to Skinner. He made some big saves in that overtime early because Florida came up flying in that overtime to try to end it quick. And Skinner made some big saves. You know, just hung around. And, hey, it did take a penalty, but you can't shoot the puck over the glass. It was an accidental thingy, and the Oilers pounced and scored the OT winner on the power play. Hey, it happens. Game 1, Edmonton. We'll see how game 2 goes. If it goes the way I go, I think the Oilers got to get that home. Keep your home ice advantage. You got to get that win here on Friday and make it 2-0. So good on them. Look good. I think the way that went would have surprised me if we go 6-7 games. Not at all. These teams are so evenly matched. They love to battle for the puck. So good game there. Excited for the next one. For me overall, 3-3 day. I chased a couple of run lines. My bad there. I chased the Baltimore run line, and they won by 1. And then I chased the Rays run line, and that useless run in the top of the ninth got me with Texas there. It was 5-3, and got me on that run line. So I was on the right side. I just tried to get a little more plus money on those couple plays. So it turned into a 3-3 day. Still a nice little winning day here. So on to Friday's slate. Let's get to the weekend's action. NBA's here, CFL's back. We got W's back, and as Tony said, 13 guys in MLB today? Yeah, lots of places to make some money today. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it indeed. Let's say hello to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
Oh, not much. Coming off a 1-1-1 day, I had to push on that St. Louis game there. We'll talk about that here directly. But yeah, I had the Diamondbacks, which, like we said before show here, if you ever take the Diamondbacks. Well, in this type of situation here, you got to sweat it. And the bullpen almost gave it up to the Braves, walked in a run. But Diamondbacks still pulled it out. Thought it was a good spot to fade my Braves on that one. So we came up with some plus money there. And then end up dropping the under with the Padres and Giants. Apparently, they woke up yesterday and decided to hit. We'll see what happens today. But NBA Finals today. Super excited about that. And nice card. Ready to get to it.
Very good indeed. Thank you all both for becoming a member here at YouTube. I appreciate that. Let's say hello to Alessandro. Alessandro, what's happened? Another winning day.
Yes, 3-2 yesterday, not too bad. And then 2-1 on that parlay I gave out on the show. I decided to hop on that no-run first inning, Rockies and Marlins. And, of course, run goes in the top of the first. Of course, also it was a 3-2 pitchers duel. So I had a good read on the pitchers, having a good performance. It's just a run happened to get scored in the first inning, guys. What can I say?
Yep, that'll happen. Yeah, I looked Spence from a 1-2 day yesterday. Did get the Twins run line. That's bailed me out, but we didn't get the Phillies home. But we'll get bouncing back today. Let's get to it here. We start here with the NBA Finals, Pacers and the Thunder. Of course, we know Walker out, one of the reserves for Indiana, twisted that ankle, have a sprained ankle. He'll be out. Bradley, another reserve, is probable. OKC will have a clean injury report. So as we get to the game here with the Oklahoma City here, favorite 9.5 at home, total 230, 229.5 out there. You can find those numbers. We start here with Rod.
Yeah, for me in this game, you got OKC at home. This is where they played their best ball all season long, including the playoffs. We know what happens when they go out on the road. It's a different story. But game 1, they'll be ready to go. Rest doesn't equal rust for this OKC team. You look what they do in that first half off of playing 4 games or less in a couple of week period. Playing at 7-2 or 9-2 ATS in that first half. So that's not broke. I ain't gonna fix it. I'm gonna go right to OKC here in that first half. It's a 5.5, 7-1 in the playoffs here at home in that first half ATS wise. So I'll lay the 5.5 there with OKC. I think that hometown crowd gets them motivated and pumped in that first half. So I'll lay it there in the first half there.
There we go with Rob. We move on over to Chris.
Yeah, you guys got you a deeper dive video into this one here. Got you some NBA content out there today. But on that, I did tell you to take the game for the over in the entire game. But I think something I'm going to do that I haven't really focused on too much, I just started focusing on, was the first half, since everybody's been doing those type of things. And I'm going to take the over in the first half. We look at what OKC does at home, 26 and 22 to the over in the first half. I think both these guys are going to come out. Should be a lot of points here. OKC, what they do at home, they score a lot. So we'll just, if you want to get in and out of the game, get in and out on the first half, take the over. I think it was at one, I have to check, but last night I think it was 113 or something like that. Anyway, I think we see a lot of points. Even if OKC has to do the heavy lifting here, we can still get up and over that total first half. You get in and out. You can take it the whole game. Check out the video for a little deeper dive.
There we go with Chris. And over to Alessandro.
Yeah, game one. Probably going to go a little square here and just touch a bunch of props. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, points, rebounds, assists. Halliburton points, three-pointer shots attempts, or makes. Those type of props is what I'll be touching. As far as for the game, I definitely could see it going over as well. Both teams run fast pace, a lot of threes. So, yeah, should be exciting.
There we go here from Alessandro. Tell you what I think about this one here. Indiana on the road, a plus 2.5 net rating. They put points up, 118 points per 100 possessions. I tried to go against them in Cleveland in that game one series. Of course, my plan with Indiana all year long is I'm getting points with their shooters. I'm going to take it. I'm not going to change now. That's kind of been my strategy with Indiana. I'm going to take that 9.5. They've won and covered all game ones of this playoff series. I know it's OKC, but hey, Cleveland was a great defensive team, and they pounded them in that first game. We see here on their home court here, OKC shoot just 45%, 37% from three, winning 8 of 9. But, man, the way the Pacers have shot on the road in the playoffs, 50%, 41% from three. Indiana's won and covered all game ones of the playoff series. Now, their series history this year, Indiana did win both this year. But you go back to last season, OKC won both meetings this season and covering. But if you go back to last season, Indiana pounded OKC by double digits in both of their games a season ago. So that's a little serious history between these two. But I'm not going to get bit this by the Pacers. I tried to do that with them in game one of that Cleveland series, and we saw what happened. That's a lot of points to give a team that can get hot from three, that knows how to shoot threes, knows how to play on the road in the playoffs. They don't go inside. They just shoot the threes to keep the refs out of it. So I'm going to take the three. I'm taking the 9.5. I'm getting home 4 possessions. You got to beat them by, oh my goodness, 9.5. My gosh, you'll be sweating. I mean, that's a lot of points to give the Pacers. I got to think about that. Yeah, I'll take them in this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show as we continue on, and we'll go over to Major League Baseball 13-game card. We got the doubleheader game, KC and the Royals, which we'll cover here in the block here. Let's see, we've got 13. We'll do a block of 5, 4, and 4 here from baseball today. Let's just kind of go over some of the pitching situations and we'll touch a little bit here on the weather for today in Major League Baseball. Let me find the baseball here for a second here. Lineups. Let me get to see what we got rolling here in Major League Baseball. See if there's any changes. There is we will have in the game one Cameron and Mikolas, and the game 2 stars will remain the same there here in the KC St. Louis. So no change there. In that one, let me see. What the weather should be better there. Yeah, the weather's going to be better there in St. Louis for that one. Let's see what else we had. There was we have a Colin Ray now will be a bulk pitcher. So Colin Ray will not start this game. There will be an opener. Of course, there's been some regression for Colin Ray. He's not pitching like he started the season, so he'll be a primary pitcher there in that one. And that looks to be the only change in the pitching lineup. We do have 53% chance of rain in Pittsburgh. And what else was there? It looks, I thought there was another spot that it was raining. It might have been Tampa Bay here. Let me double check here, see what we got in Tampa, because I thought I saw some bad weather forecasted there. And yeah, Tampa Bay is about 46% chance of rain. So that's your weather alert there. So in this first block, these are the games we'll cover. D-backs and Braves. Here we got the Braves, $1.55, total of 9. Royals and Cardinals, game 1, game 2. Cardinals $1.30, total of 8 in game 1. In game 2, it is Cardinals $1.15, total 7.5. And then we'll close out this block here with Tigers and White Sox. White Sox here 8.5 here, total 220. And we'll start here with Rod.
Yeah, for me in these this early slate, hey, Brandon Fad on the mound for Arizona. So for me there, I'm going to fade that as I always do. Just don't. I think he's a little bit overrated, and we've seen some regression. You look at his last start against Washington, he got rocked. He didn't even get out of that first inning. Gave up 6 hits, 8 runs. His time before that, he went 5.2 innings. So he's lucky if he can get through 4 innings of work. And the Atlanta offense we've seen over the last couple of games, it's quiet, but I think it's one of those days early in the day. It's nice. We're looking at weather pushing the 80s by the afternoon. Yeah, I'll take the Atlanta Braves. I'll take them on the run line. I think they beat up on Arizona. And then once you get to that bullpen of Arizona, we know what it can do as well. So Braves in this day game here on Thursday will take them on the run line. And then I'm looking at the under there between the Tigers and the White Sox. You look at Mize. Hey, he's been pretty good for the Tigers so far this year. And then on the other side of things for the White Sox and Burke's been pitching well for the White Sox. He'd be getting wins on any other team. Holding his team in, giving him a chance to win. There's sometimes they just don't give him enough run support. So give me the under 8.5 there in that one. And then the Phillies in Toronto. Hey, 2 pitchers that are rolling along. Give me a Luzardo.
That's the next block.
Oh, next block? Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I was doing 4
Jump
on this
on the
one.
block. Sorry.
All right, move on over to Chris.
Kansas City, St. Louis. First game there where Miles Michaelis is at. That was going to be what got pushed yesterday, and we'll go right back to it. I'll give you that, guys, today. I didn't put it back in. So as a free one, I took St. Louis in that one. I think Miles Michaelis is a lot better option there than Cameron. So we'll take them in game 1. Now game 2, I'm going to go under. You've got Reagans, you've got Libator. So I think we see a little bit lower in that second one. And then also a lean to Kansas City in the second one. I think Cole Reagans is a little bit better pitcher than Libator is, so we'll take that. Arizona, Atlanta, we're going over. We know Grant Holmes, and we know fade that can get hit. It's a day game in Truist Park. It's nice weather. I think we get up and over that total, no problem there in Atlanta today. And then Detroit, Chicago did the video. You guys can check out the deeper dive on that one. We're going to take Detroit run line on that one. I think they beat up on Sean Burke today.
And we welcome Wade Miley back to the majors. Signs a 1-year deal with the Reds. Hunter Green hurts the groin. So Wade Miley, welcome back. All right, on over to Alessandro.
I'm pretty much going to echo Chris there on the Diamondbacks Braves game. I'll take the over with him. And then I also agree with him on that game 2 doubleheader for the Royals and Cardinals. I like the under 7.5 with those 2 pitchers as well. And then for that Tigers and White Sox game, I'm actually leaning the plus money with the White Sox. Burke's having a pretty solid year. Last year he was 2-0 with a 1.42 ERA, 22 Ks in 19 innings. I'm looking for him to kind of have some of that form today. And Mize hasn't been great versus the White Sox in his career. 0-4, 5.34 ERA. So something to think about.
There we go here from Alessandro. I'd say what I think about this game here. I'm going to go under here, Tigers and White Sox here. Detroit has been struggling at the plate here, 234 over their past 6 games. But their bullpen has been sharp here in these day games, ERA of 2.06 in those 29 and during the day. The White Sox in 2.15 in their 36 day games. Burke has been sharp. The Tigers 9-5 the under on the road. I'll look at the under in that one. There also, I'm all agreeing there with game 2 under here between the Cardinals and the Royals. Casey in their night games 229. Their bullpen's been very sharp over their past 5 games. ERA under 2. Libator in his 5 home starts, an ERA of 1.69. KC 8-1 in the under against left-handed starters. I'll take the under in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show as we continue on here with the next series of games here. This next block will go 4 again, and the ones we'll cover will be Phillies and Blue Jays here. We've got the Phillies, $1.15, total of 8. Twins in the shelter against the homeless. This one has the Twins. You can find $2, $1.85, total 10.5. Orioles and Mariners. The Mariners, $1.50, total 7.5. We end the block with Padres and the Giants here. The Giants here, $1.15, total 7.5. We get it underway here with Rock.
Yeah, for me, going back to that Phillies and Blue Jays game, we seen a 2-1 game yesterday. Pitchers duel. Jays got it late. Phillies got it in the first 5. I'm going to go right back I'm going to go to the under there in that one. You'll see what the Blue Jays do total-wise in interleague games. They're 9-5 to the under this year. Phillies in interleague games 6-4 to the under, but all our away games this year so far, Phillies 18-11 to that under. Luzardo's on the mound, Bassett on the mound for the Blue Jays. Both those guys can go deep and keep the runs to a premium and a minimum in that one. So give me the under in the Jays and the Phillies. And then one more in this time block. Give me the under, Baltimore and Seattle. I think this is just one of those spots. We've seen 3-2 yesterday. I think with Wu on the mound, he's be able to go deep, hold down the Baltimore bats. As Baltimore struggled this season against right-handed starters for some reason. So give me the under 7.5 there in Seattle.
I forgot to note here in the Athletics Minnesota game, no Ober. It's going to be Uncle Festa. That's right, Uncle Festa. And I guess we found someone in the shelter ready to go. Mitch Spence will be the starter there for the homeless there. So you might have seen Perkins, and you might have seen Ober and Perkins, but Uncle Festa has gotten the start. We'll get the start here for Minnesota there. So of course we'd expect changes from the Athletics, but we get the Minnesota with the changes there in pitching. We move on over to Chris.
Okay, so yeah, on the Minnesota Athletics, I don't think it matters who the Twins have pitching at Athletics. Mitch Spence is usually a closer reliever. I'm surprised they don't have Mason Miller in there trying to pitch for him to try to salvage something. But yeah, we're going to go right back to it. Minnesota run line, they've owned them this series. They're going to continue today. Doesn't matter who's on the mound. I think Minnesota hits up Mitch Spence and gets that run line for us. I agree with the under in Baltimore, Seattle. You've got Brian Wu there. He's at least a better option than what we've seen for Seattle with Kirby and everything. So I think we keep a little bit lower scoring game there. I'd lean Baltimore still. I just think they're the better team in this one, as rough as that is to say for the Orioles. But lean under there. It's a better play. And then we're going to go, let's see, San Francisco, San Diego. I had the under yesterday, got burned on that one, but we got a better pitching matchup today. We've got Cease and Ray. I think we stay under in the San Diego Giants game there.
There we go here from Chris on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, in that Padres-Giants game, I definitely can see a pitcher's duel that under 7.5. I'm seeing it juice minus 120, but I got to go there with the under with those two pitchers. And then for the Mariners game, Orioles, I like the over actually in that game. And then I also can see why you're leaning the Orioles there. Chris, with Wu's got 16 hits in his last 12 innings pitched, not necessarily pitching his best right now. So looking to actually fade him. And there was one more game. The Twins and Athletics. I'll just jump on the Fiesta with Festa and go minus 1.5 Twins.
Here we go from Alessandro. I say what I think about these games. I'll take Phillies here behind Luzardo in this spot. Phillies have it the interleague pretty well, 262. Luzardo on the road, an ERA of 2.29. Bassett past 5 starts, an ERA over 5. We know the Phillies 16-8 on the road as favorites of minus 110 or higher, returning 5, almost 6 units. I'll take the Phillies in that spot. Continue with the run line with Minnesota. They're now what are the numbers now? 13-0 to the run line, facing a team with a bullpen ERA of 4.70 or higher this season, returning 13.5 units. So that has been an angle here that has just been profitable this year for the Twins against these bad bullpens. They beat up on bad bullpens. Even I think someone in the comments said, hey, even Zebby got the win yesterday. There you go. So just pencil in Uncle Festa in there. Although Festa didn't look so bad. I think he's had he's got an ERA of 1.3. Let's see what he's done this year, Festa here, because I know 3 starts, an ERA of 1.38. So not bad. And pretty good minor league numbers as well. So Festa may stick. I know his ERA was 5 last year, but sometimes it's that second call up where they get where they stick. So I'll back to the run line here again with the Twins, and then in that Orioles game, I got to take that big plus money. I think. Let's see, is it plus 135.40? I'm going to take I'm going to take the Orioles here in this spot. It is Zach Eflin up here. Baltimore has been hitting the ball well over their past 5, almost 280, and the bullpen is sharpened up as well. Now we know the Mariners, what they do at home, they don't hit. But their bullpen over their past 6 games, an ERA near 7. Eflin on the road, an ERA of 3.68. And Seattle, when they're favored home by minus 110 or higher, losing record 11-13, losing almost 10 units. They have not been a good favorite at home this year, this Mariners team. So I'll look at them in that spot. Look at the plus with the Padres. Padres have hit the ball very well against the division at 302. San Francisco just 233 against right-handed starters. Season his past 5 starts in ERA of 3.60. The Padres both bullpens have been very good. I will say this, but the Padres now 19-5 against a team with an on-base percentage of 325 or lower this season, returning 12 units. So against these weaker hitting teams, this Padre teams have gotten wins, and San Francisco just 4-12 against a team with a bullpen ERA of 3.45 or lower this season, losing 11 units. I'll look at the Padres in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show as we close out baseball with these final games here, final 5 games on the card, and they will be a day game in LA, Mets and Dodgers. Here we've got the Dodgers $1.30, total 9.5. Astros and Pirates, Framber on the mound. Houston $1.45, total 7.5. Cubs and the Nasty Nats. The Cubs $1.45, total 9.5. Guardians and Yankees. Here are the Yankees $2.70, total 8.5. Rangers at Rays. The Rays $1.45, total of 9. I think the weather is almost 90 degrees out there, but wind is blowing. Let me double check that weather report because it looks like it was really hot there today in Tampa. 86 degrees, wind blowing about 6 miles per hour, 46% chance of rain. We're caught up in that block. To close it out, we started off here with Rob.
Yeah, for me in this time block, I like the under between the Astros and the Pirates. Framber on the mound, Keller on the mound. Those two guys can deal at least into the 5th, 6th inning. And then we've seen offenses not score a whole lot from either of these squads in the first 2 games of this series. So I think that continues with these starters rolling here. It's like a hockey game, 1st to 3 wins that one, if we even get to 3. So give me the under 7.5 there. And then good old Drew Palmer getting the start there for the Cubbies. I'll take Washington here in that one. I'll take the plus money. Jake Urban. I think we might see a higher scoring one in that one, with it being at 9.5. But when the dust all settles, I'll take the Nationals in that one. And then give me the under. Cleveland and the Yankees. Hey, Max Fried's on the mound for the Yankees. And we know what he's been doing. And I'm going to butcher that guy's name. Sassoni or Ciccone or Slate?
Ciccone. Slate Ciccone.
Yeah, he's on the bump. His last start, he was looking for some improvement there. He only went 4.1 innings against the Angels. He's got control issues. Gives up the walks and then gives up the long ball. So if he doesn't do that today, he might keep these Guardians in it. But we know at times the Yankees bats sometimes aren't smashing anything. So I'll take the under. Cleveland and the Yankees.
Yeah, Ciccone and Arizona reject there. Move on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to take you can either take Washington first 5 money line, get you some plus money, get you in and out, or you can take Washington full game. I think they're going to start hot hitting up this opener here, and by the time that Colin Ray gets in there, I think it'll be a little too far gone for him. So take the plus money with Washington first 5 or full game. Houston, I got to go run line there. I just think they're the better team than Pittsburgh there with Framber on the mound. New York, the Yankees run line, they're going to get to Ciccone. Ciccone gives up 2.93 home runs per 9 innings, so they're going to rock this guy there. I don't know if the Cleveland can do enough to help out with the over, so I'd lean more towards the Yankees run line on that one. And then LA and the Mets, we got to go over with that one. I think these guys get hit. Nat can get hit. He's given up close to 2 home runs per 9 innings. So I think Nat can get hit, Peterson, those guys. So we'll go over that one.
I was wondering what's happened to Cleveland's minor league system with Ciccone starting. I mean, that's they're used to having these prospects come in and fill these holes. We know that Lively's been hurt. John Means is hurt. Bieber's hurt. So interesting to see there. Even they got Colby Allard in there, but Luis Ortiz. What has happened to this? What has happened to this pitching staff for Cleveland or their minor league system? That's a little concerning there. We move on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, the Yankees run lines burned me the past couple days. This is a titanium whale type play today. I think they bounce back, finally get that run line for us. Fried on the mound. I see it like a 6-1, 5-1 type of game. So that's easy read for me there with the Yankees. Yes, in that Mets-Dodgers game, I like the over 9.5 as well. What do you call it? Peterson's given up 356 batting average with 118 plate appearances for those Dodgers hitters, so they're seeing him really well. I don't like taking 9.5, but I mean the number's high for a reason. And then with the Astros, I'll take them run line as well with Valdez on the mound.
There from Alessandro and say what I think about these games. Yeah, I'll look at LA at home in a day game here, going over the total. That's what they do in home day games this year. 6-1 the over. So I'll go over here. Wind is expected to blow out again, about 70 degrees at game time. New York has hit well against the National League, 270. LA over their past 6, 287 with 13 homers. But their bullpen was struggling here, right? They had a bad May where they had an ERA over 4. So I'll look at them. Knack at home, an ERA of 5.5. So I'll look at that over there. Yeah, I agree there with the Astros and Pirates. I like the run line here with the Astros. It's just when you get a stud, when you get an ace that's a stud like a Framber, the Pirates, this is where the Pirates really have struggles hitting against the good pitching. So I'll look at the run line as well. For Houston, they have hit the ball pretty well over their past 28 at 263. Pittsburgh only 230 against left-handed starters, but their bullpen over their past 5 and ERA over 6. You look at Framber in his past 5 starts, an ERA of 1.70. So I'll look at the run line there with Houston in that spot. Give me the Nasty Nats. Ray, we kind of talked about the regression for Ray, right? That he had those Cy Young numbers to start the year. Now it's starting to regress as the season wears. Here, Ray, who is going to be the bulk pitcher in this game, his past 5 games has an ERA over 6. There, Irvin has 6 home starts, ERA of 3.19, and the Nats now are 6-4 at home, facing a team with a 620 or higher win percentage, winning about 4 units. So I'll take out Washington in that spot. And like the under 9, whoever with this Rangers and Rays game, Ray Tampa Bay here is but 15-6 in the under in their home night games. Texas really just can't hit. 212 over their past 5. In their night games, the Rays 238. Pepio in his past 5 starts, an ERA under 2. Both bullpens in pretty good form. I'll look for the under in that game. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Dixon Morning Show as we'll move right on over to the W for today's action here. WNBA returning after a Wednesday day off. So we'll go right to the W with these 6-5. Yep, we got these 2 games. Liberty at the Mystics. Liberty 12.5 to 13, total 163.5. Valkyries at Mercury. Mercury 6.5, total 157. We start with Rock.
Yeah, for me in this matchup, I'm going to take the Mystics plus the 13.5 you're going to give me. I think it's just too many. I took with the Mystics against the Fever, and they just lost it late in that game in the free throw battle. They couldn't get their shot to drop down the stretch. It happens, and they Fever pulled away and won by 7. It was that type of game close down the end. Well, we cover this big giant number with the Liberty. Liberty want to win. But this Washington team, hey, they can rebound pretty well. And I think they have a little bit of an edge on that glass. Washington's trouble is when they turn the ball over. So they don't turn the ball over, and they hang right there in games this season. We've seen it plenty enough. Defending the 3, they're actually better at defending the 3 than the Liberty. Holding teams to 28% 3-point shooting, which is better than the Liberty at holding teams to 31% 3-point shooting. And field goal wise, Washington holding teams to 40%. Liberty just slightly better at 37%. But this is going to be a lot closer than people think. I'll take the Mystics plus the 13.5. That's risen up to there in that one. And then the Valkyries and the Mercury, give me the under. It's already come down. I think it was I got 159.5 there in that one. It's come down to 157 and continued to drop. I think we get under 150, so I'll take the under with the Valkyries and the Mercury.
There we go with Rod. Move on right on over to Chris. Oh, yep, Chris.
Yeah, you're good. Looking at the Golden State Phoenix one, I'm gonna take the points with Golden State here in this one. They're 2-1 on the road. I think they keep this a little bit closer than what is expected in this one here. So I'd just rather have. I think we're up to +6 at the moment. Looks like. So just give me the points with the Valkyries there.
Yeah, from Chris on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, I don't really like this WNBA card today, but I'll just go one game. I'll take the Liberty minus 13.5. I'll lay it. They do have the rest advantage. Fresh off a big win against the Sun, 100-52 blowout. So I like them to do something similar to the Mystics here.
There you go from Alessandro. All right, we got you through our WNBA. Then we got you covered here for the sports, right? We do have the CFL coming back today, right? We do have a CFL game. Red Blacks and Rough Riders. I know Rock keeps an eye on this one. We got the Rough Riders here, 3.5, the total 47.5.
Yeah, I like the under here in this one. You look at both these teams. Ottawa turned over a lot of guys. They're looking at about 18, 19 guys that they turned over this season from last year's team. So, and they just started the preseason, 3 weeks ago. Didn't play a whole lot of games. It's going to take a little bit for this Ottawa team to get rolling. Saskatchewan at home, we know what they play. They play their best at home. Crowd will be ruckus for the home opener. Good luck trying to buy yourself a watermelon because you're not going to find one in Regina today. Because they scoop those things up and they put them on their head and they're ready to go. They love their team in Regina. 100%. Chris is looking at me going, what? They scoop what's going on up there in Canada? See, even at $16 a watermelon up here in Canada, they're still scooping those things up, scooping them out. I hope they're eating it and not just throwing it on the floor. At least eat it before you put it on your head. I'd also have to lead to Saskatchewan because they're at home and that hometown crowd is something to behold in the CFL because they love their team in Regina. But grab the under. It's the best play there. Most CFL teams this week, you want to grab an under. Over the last few seasons, it's always the defense that is ahead of the offense. It takes a little bit for those new players to kick in and they gel and get things rolling. But that defense, they know they just have to hit, and hit again. So it's a little easier for the defense here in the CFL. Over the last few seasons, that week one, it's been 25-15 to the unders. I'll take the under in this one tonight. Yes, $16 a watermelon. Yeah, $15.99 on sale. Get yourself a big old watermelon at Costco.
Wow.
It's like yikes. So I seen somebody was in your end of the woods, Tony, that it was like $10.99 for a case of soda pop, and I was like, man, $10.99? That's expensive. I'm like, what is? And then so that I had to show my picture of the watermelon and the price, and said, hey, well, it's still cheaper than a watermelon at $15.
Oh my God. My goodness, yeah, out here they're on sale. Actually, they've been going
watermelon.
Up. I think they were $6.99. Yeah, they were $4.99 last year at on Memorial Day, and then $6.99, $2 price up there. But I think they're getting up here. I think they're getting them from Greece now. I think I was reading something where some we get
from Greece. Yeah, see, that's what kiwi fruit. All of a sudden, it used to be New Zealand kiwi fruit and stuff. Now we're getting Greece. Product of Greece, it says right on the thing.
That's what's going on.
I can't complain.
Yeah,
kiwis from Greece, pretty good.
Not bad. All right, there. You buy the store brand, buy the store brand stuff now, right? They're the Kirkland. Kirkland doesn't have soda. They're asking. Maybe they haven't. Maybe they need to start getting Kirkland brand soda. I don't drink soda. I shouldn't even be saying that. But anyway, all right, we got you through our sports. Now it's time for our parlay purple segment, where it's time for our cappers to give it a parlay, game of the future, player prop, or play it straight. We start with Rod.
So we're gonna throw in that CFL game. Take the under as the first play, and then we're going to go to some MLB action, and we're going to let's do a later one. We don't want to do some early stuff. We're going to throw in the under, Houston and Pittsburgh, and then throw under the Cleveland and the Yankees. So 3 unders for you today. Houston, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, the Yankees, and the under in the CFL game.
There we go. From Rod on over to Chris.
We'll take the Nationals money line. We'll take Baltimore money line, and we will take Kansas City Royals game 2 money line. And your home run prop for the day is going to be Drake Baldwin, the Braves, our rookie that we've got. He matches up really well against Brandon Pfaadt's stats. I think he has a pretty good day today, and he gets us a home run.
Here you go from Chris on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, I'm just going to go all run lines. I'll go Phillies run line, Yankees run line, Astros run line.
Yeah, from Alessandro. Tell you what I like here. I'll take the Padres at the plus. I'll take Rangers Rays under and the Royals Cardinals under in game number 2. All right, we got you through the plays for today. And now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. We just gave you our free plays on the board today. Now it's time to let you know what we have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll find our premium plays. Our best bets are up on the board at Tony'sPicks.com. And we'll see what Rod's got for sale over at Tony's Picks. Rod, unit leader over at Tony'sPicks.com for the year, 314 units of profit. Rod, what you got for sale?
And for me today, I've got my an MLB triple 3 plays I love in today's MLB action. So scoop that up. And then I also have my NBA play of the day. I believe we hit 4 straight in the NBA on these playoffs. So looking to stay hot there with today's action. So scoop that up. 4 plays. This weekend, definitely a lot more action than what I got today. Today, I'm like, there's a few spots to make money, but definitely a lighter slate for me rolling in today's action. So it's Thursday, though, so it's for me, the best way to go is grab that 3-day pass. It'll get you today's action, Fridays, Saturdays, and I get Sunday in there early enough. So grab that 3-day moneymaker. It'll get you right on through the weekend. We got some more NHL. We got some more NBA, more CFL. More WNBA over the weekend. So lots of sports action this weekend. I love today's the weekend's cards. So jump aboard. Let's continue to stack the units that we have here in 2025. I know it was an $8 winning day, but still, hey, anything in the green is good for me. Because you do that $8 a day times 30. Hey, it's still I can still buy a watermelon at the end of the month at $60. So definitely jump aboard. Let's continue to stay in the green.
Stay in the green with Rod over at Tony Spicks. You can see the best bets and more up there. Actually, up on the board. Long-term subscriptions, the way to go. Get on board with Rod over at TonySpicks.com. All right, let's take a look, see what Chris got for sale. Chris, you're good in the NBA. What you got for sale, Chris?
Guys, got you a 3-pack in baseball today. Best bet 2 premiums. And then also we are back with the NBA tonight. I got you a best bet in the NBA finals. Looking to stay good on that. We were 12-9 so far going on in that. So we're looking to keep that momentum rolling forward. Definitely hop on something 3-day, 7-day. 3 days good for Thursday. Like Rod said, you're going to get all the plays in the weekend. We got a lot of action coming up this weekend. A lot of baseball, NBA playoffs and things like that I cover. So hop on that. Got my long-term pass for baseball. That'll put you all the way through the World Series for one price. 2-for-1 capper. Like I tell you guys, every time I'm on here, 2 people putting money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. So hop on that. And then don't forget that promo code TonyT checkout. Going to save you that 15%. And back on Rod, you guys help Rod buy a watermelon. I'll jump on that cause.
Exactly. For Chris over at TonySpicks.com. You can see long-term subscriptions, 1-day passes. Remember, all of our 1-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. So get on board here with Chris over at TonySpicks.com and use the promo code TonyT to save that 15% with your promo code. All right, let's take a look, see what we have with Alessandro over at TonySpicks.com. Alessandro coming in with another winning day yesterday. What you got for sale, Alessandro?
Yeah, I got my $19 best bet game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight, so I'm excited for that. And then I got a 3-pack for you, 2 baseball, and then 1 in the NBA Finals. So look forward to another winning day, hopefully.
Another winning day from Alessandro. See green across the screen. Rising starts here at TonySpicks.com. Alessandro, 3-pack from baseball. Best bet on Thursday up there. So get rolling with Alessandro over at Tony Spicks. Also has his long-term subscriptions up there. 3, 7, or 30-day All Sports Pass. 1-year All Sports Pass. Get all of his premium plays. For that time period select, when you go to his handicap page and make that purchase, and remember the promo code TonyT at checkout will save you that 15% off. All right. I've got a best bet on the board right now for Major League Baseball. Right now, having a great year in baseball, documented Tony Spicks. Also, my best bet is bundled in a 3-pack with an NBA and another baseball. So 3 premiums on the board for me today on the 1-day passes. My window buy the both because the best bet is bundled in that 3-pack. Or, of course, get my long-term pass. We got the you guys like that 7-day All Sports Pass. Get all my premium plays for 7 days baseball as well as the NBA playoffs as we start the playoffs tonight. So get on board. All right, guys. So with you here on the 26 Morning Show here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So just make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We want you guys to be live with us so you can get those plays for you there in real time. If you ever missed a show, head on over to our YouTube channel. You'll type Tony Spicks in the search and then hit that live tab, and you'll be able to find a replay of our show. You can also, we do have a members feature here where you can become a member of our channel to support us, get early access to my videos. We are as well. Happy hour, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Rod will be hosting that, so you want to tune into that. Have a happy hour. And, of course, Rod will have great content with you. It's a regular show up there with him. We see Ron, Ramon, and Steven up there, our newest contributor. We should have a new contributor coming in as shortly as well. So that happy hour, check it out here Monday through Friday. Of course, hit the video tab, and you'll see our on-demand videos. Great stuff up there. I got Alessandro up there with the prediction videos up there with UFC and more. So check that out there. We got Chris in with this content. David Racy, El Nino's looking for those dogs. Chris with more on-demand content. We got Rod coming in as well with his content. The WNBA coverage with Ramon and Ron here on their WNBA. So lots of great content up here on the channel. I go deeper dives with the baseball as well as NBA. So I've got content up there as well. So great content over at Tony's YouTube channel. So check it out. Also, we populate the shorts. You'll see Rod with a short in there. Of course, we got the Brittler will contribute as well. We're still looking for Bo. But anyway, guys, check it out over at the Tony's YouTube channel. Lots of great contributions there from all the cappers at the Tony's Picks. Let the cappers talk a little bit of what they got up there on the channel. Rod, of course, so you got that happy hour here at 5 p.m. East time and more.
Yeah, definitely tune in to the happy hour 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll get you covered on what's left on the MLB slate. We'll talk about the NBA, talk about some CFL. I think there's some more college baseball back today. So that'll be on the docket in the happy hour. And then as you see the YouTube content, I got some deep dives of the WNBA. And then what else? And then the short on the first 5. We hit the first one. So going to continue doing those. Keep watching out for the shorts on the first 5 selection of the day for the over there on the YouTube channel. So definitely go check it out. Lots of content on the YouTube channel. You definitely don't want to miss any of it. So head on over and check it all out.
Check it all out there on the YouTube channel with more. And of course, Chris, you've got more content up there as well on the Tony's Picks YouTube.
Yeah, I've got you guys a deep dive in the NBA Finals tonight. I've got you guys the Detroit White Sox game overview there, deep dive. And then you got your 3 home run props out there with a little bit deeper dive. Everybody's enjoying the explanation on the pitches and stuff like that. And we've been hitting. We hit yesterday with Nick Castellanos. I've got you 3 more out there today that I looked at all the numbers last night and got. And then I'll be adding some more. So make sure you check out the comments too. Don't just watch the video. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can keep up with all of it. And that way you keep up with all those guys just in case we win something in the additional comments. But yeah, we keep putting out the NBA Finals content and more baseball content for you guys as per usual.
Very good. Of course, Alessandro, we see your video up there right now from UFC.
Yes, sir. I got that UFC video up, guys. Go check that out. Predict the whole card, give you some value throughout the card. A lot of big favorites. So, I'm trying to show you guys how to operate through that. But
good.
Make some money.
Make some money. Of course, college baseball will look like coming back tomorrow with the Super Regionals on Friday. We got the baseball here on college baseball here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday if necessary. Right, these are 2 out of 3 series in this round. So if a team wins both, there will be no game 3. So we got Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, possibly Monday if there are game 3s necessary. So we'll have baseball Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here.
Friday, my bad.
Yeah, in the Super Regional. So we're down to the final, we're down to the Sweet 16 in college baseball, and it's basically head to head in a 3-game series, and the winner will be those 8 teams going into Omaha for the College World Series. So that's how it looked there. A lot of upsets. We'll take a maximum of 3 SEC teams can make the World Series. So that didn't go too well for the SEC.
It's a little bit rough there.
Yeah,
Rochester's Auburn still around. They're still hanging in there.
Yeah,
so his Auburn is still hanging in.
What you got, Alessandro?
One thing here: if O'Malley wins this fight, I do not see a trilogy. So just think about that. There, Dana wants Sean O'Malley to win this fight.
There we go. A little insight there from Alessandro. Knows the fight game very well. You should check out those videos. You'll be very well impressed with his information. Fight game, not only the fight game, a fight background, but you really being there in Las Vegas, you can make the rounds over there, right?
Yes. No, we're going to these gyms. We're checking out these fighters. We're making sure they're in shape. We're making sure they're showing up to practice every day and preparing for this fight. Yep,
and you make up shape because one of the when you pull the curtain behind the UFC, one of the things, the biggest challenges they have is these fighters trying to cut weight.
Absolutely. Some guys are cutting 30, 40 pounds fight week, and that's just far too many to be cutting. And I always like the guys that stay closer to the weight that they're supposed to be fighting at. So something to think about as well.
Something to think about, something to put in your handicap and arsenal there as we get there for the fights. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this edition of the Tony Six Morning Show. We're back again live tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us to get the plays for you in real time. All right. Any closing thoughts from anyone before we close it out?
I think Louis Robert of the White Sox did a ribby. He's going to hit a ribby today off on Mize. Robert of the White Sox. Plus 195 for a ribby, almost 2 times your money.
There you go. Yeah. So anything else? You had something else, Sandro?
No, let's make some money. That's all.
Let's make some money, guys. All right, we'll wake up. Bye, guys. You guys make it a winning day. We're back tomorrow here on the 26 Morning Show.